I watched 5,000 minutes of Amorim's Manchester United, and now something is different.
It feels like it's a new dawn for Manchester United.
The man is cooking, and it's scary. When Ruben Amorim arrived at Old Trafford, he didn't come just to fix Manchester United, he came to reinvent them.
6 months ago, in my first 3 games in charge, with 2 victories and 1 draw, I said to you, the storm is coming. Today, after this disaster season, I want to tell you the good days are coming.
1 year later, he's given this club something they haven't had in years: a clear identity, a fearless style, and a squad that looks ready to go toe-to-toe with the very best in England. Liverpool, Manchester City, Chelsea, Tottenham, Arsenal. None of them will like what's coming, because this is no ordinary rebuild. Amorim's blueprint starts with his trademark 3-4-3, a shape that breathes control in midfield, overloads the flanks, and presses with a precision United fans have been dreaming of. And now, with the club spending over £200 million on a forward line that could terrify any defence in Europe, the pieces are falling into place. Benjamin Šeško.
Looking for Šeško, finding him!
Matheus Cunha. Brian Mbeumo. Three forwards, 3 weapons, 3 completely different skill sets, all designed to complement each other in one ruthless machine. But Amorim isn't stopping there. Whispers grow louder about Carlos Baleba, one of the most promising young midfielders in the Premier League.
On the edge of their seats.
And then there's Gianluigi Donnarumma, a potential coup that would slam the door shut on any weakness at the back. It's the kind of squad build that turns hope into belief.
But Manchester United is a story. It's always a story. And where they were last year to where we saw them, we just said, this doesn't look like anything. And right now, I know it's early, but it's really starting to look as a Ruben Amorim team. It's not the finished product, but we're starting to see what we've wanted to see since he's come in. It looks fluid. They look confident. The players look happy. They look motivated. All of the things we said they weren't last year.
The kind of transformation that makes rivals nervous. Because this isn't the same Manchester United that finished last season looking lost. This is a team with structure, with bite, with ambition. So here's the question. Is Ruben Amorim quietly building the most dangerous Manchester United we've seen in a decade? Or is this just the calm before a storm that even he can't control? Before Ruben Amorim stepped into Old Trafford, Manchester United were living through the darkest chapter in their Premier League history.
And when I took over, it was a mess at United. And we are on our way to construct a team for the future.
The 2023/24 season had already been a disaster, finishing 8th, breaking defensive records for all the wrong reasons. But what came next was even worse.
If we finish in the top 8 from 15th, we've done well.
That's mad.
Yeah, it's where we are.
The 2024/25 campaign became a free fall into chaos.
I don't know what's going to happen, but if I don't see another Man United game before August, I'll be delighted. I don't want to watch them because they've been a bunch of charlatans apart from 2 or 3 players, right? So I'm fed up talking about them. They're in no man's land this year. You know, they're not anywhere near the top 4, and they've got a budget that blew the rest of them out the water. They're not in the title race. They should have been up there. They're out of all the other competitions. So spare me the beat Brentford 3-0. Spare me what's going to happen with Cristiano. Spare me Rafael Varane got his first goal. Thanks for turning up. And all these other stories around this football club this year. All I want to see in August is a fresh manager, is fresh faces, and less whining to the media about the manager's this, the coaching this, the captain's this.
Injuries ripped through the squad. Behind the scenes, Ineos takeover of the sporting department brought more questions than answers. And Erik ten Hag, protected for a while by his 2023 FA Cup win,
Again here, Bruno Firmino for 2-0.
was finally replaced in November.
We keep talking about the word progression. I think we should talk about regression when it comes to Manchester United and Erik ten Hag. there was never a sign of progress. There were always signs of going backward.
By then, the damage was already deep. United's previous worst points tally in the Premier League era was 58, recorded in 2021-22. Under Ten Hag, in 2023-24, they barely improved, ending with 60 points. But in 2024/25, they crashed to 42 points, a new shocking low.
The reflection of our season. So we need to accept that and to move forward and try to do things so much better in the future to don't have this kind of...
David Moyes once held the record for United's lowest league finish, 7th place in 2013-14. Ten Hag managed to beat that with an 8th place finish in 2024, but now this latest squad had obliterated that unwanted record, limping to 15th place, just above the relegation battle.
Were you surprised? Is that helpful? Is this a technique?
Yeah, for me, he tried to deflect from the fact that they were so bad and that he has been so bad, really. I think we all expected him to do much better than that at United, certainly not to be in that kind of form, not to be 13th in the table. And I think he's struggling. The team is struggling.
The numbers are brutal. United's all-time lowest goal tally in the Premier League was 49. Last season, they barely scraped 44 goals, even with a small boost in their final matches. Their defensive record, just as ugly. The club's previous worst was 58 goals conceded in 2023-24. This season, they shipped 54, and it could have been even worse without a final day clean sheet.
March, lovely for Ayari. He's gone a bit early with that, although Anana fumbles! It's a horrible mistake from...
They set a new low for wins too, just 11 victories across 38 games. And the defeats? A staggering 18 losses, smashing the old record of 14, crushing nights like the 4-3 collapse at Brentford, or the 1-0 surrender to Arsenal summed up the misery. This wasn't just a bad season, this was the season that made fans wonder if Manchester United were still Manchester United at all, and it's from this wreckage that Ruben Amorim began to build. But now, everything has changed. Ruben Amorim has walked into Old Trafford with a plan, a vision, and £200 million worth of pure attacking firepower. Benjamin Šeško, Matheus Cunha, Bryan Mbeumo, 3 forwards who bring pace, precision, and goals. Add to that the rising star from Cerro Porteño, Diego León. And you can already feel the transformation, and Amorim isn't stopping there. After rebuilding the attack, his eyes are locked on the midfield and the goalkeeping position. The targets? Gianluigi Donnarumma.
PSG want at least 26 million for Donnarumma after deciding not to offer him a new deal. As you would have seen this morning, PSG have told Lucas Chevalier that he's going to be their number 1 keeper going in.
One of the best goalkeepers in the world, and Carlos Baleba, one of the most promising young midfielders in the Premier League.
The case, because Manchester United in the recent hours have approached the camp of Carlos Baleba, the top midfielder from Brighton, to tell them that they have a serious interest in the player.
If both arrive, this will be a Manchester United side that can stand toe-to-toe with any giant in the Big Six and look them in the eye without fear. Before we even break down the tactics that have started to reshape United and that are set to explode this season, just picture this potential 11. Lined up in Amorim's trademark 3-4-3. Up front, Benjamin Šeško as the spearhead, with Rasmus Højlund as a lethal option from the bench. Behind him, Cunha on the left, Mbeumo on the right, a mix of raw power and creative flair. In midfield, Patrick Dorgu and Amad Diallo patrolling the flanks, Bruno Fernandes and Baleba controlling the centre with intelligence and aggression. At the back, Luke Shaw and Lenny Yoro. As wide centre-backs, Matthijs de Ligt or even Harry Maguire, if needed, holding the middle. And guarding the net, the European champion himself, Gianluigi Donnarumma. This isn't just a rebuild, this is Amorim drawing the blueprint for a new era, one built to dominate, one designed to last. The arrival of Matheus Cunha, Benjamin Šeško and Bryan Mbeumo is set to supercharge Amorim's attack.
The mobility in the front areas now is something, as a defender, I'm looking at and I'm thinking differently about Manchester United's front line. I'll be sitting there going, I'm going to have a physical presence up there, I'm going to have a physical test from all 3 positions, and I've got people that can run and move up there, they're mobile. They're the things I was asking for the last couple of years up there, more of that. And you have to say the recruitment team have delivered.
Cunha has already shown at Wolves that he can thrive alongside a towering penalty box striker.
Left-hand side of the box, he's cut inside, he strikes it! Oh my goodness!
Much like his time playing off Jørgen Strand Larsen.
They're running forwards and finding Larsen. Bernard is back. Larsen knocking it past him. He's got the pace here. Larsen, low one in. João Gomes, they're eliminated!
The Norwegian's presence inside the box freed Cunha to roam, link play and exploit space. That blueprint could work perfectly at United because Šeško, like Larsen, thrives when fed with quality balls into dangerous areas. But there's more to it. In open space, Šeško's clever runs and Cunha's vision could create a deadly connection.
There's a slip from Ervik. Shoot, he says!
Cunha reads the game like a playmaker, but attacks like a forward, the perfect complement to Šeško's vertical threat. The beauty of Amorim's new front line is that Mbeumo and Cunha love attacking the half spaces. That means the centre forward won't need to drift wide to find the ball. Instead, Šeško will pin defenders back, forcing them to retreat towards their own goal, opening lanes for Cunha, Mbeumo, Bruno Fernandes, and potentially Carlos Baleba to exploit. Šeško at just 22 is one of the most exciting centre forwards in Europe. Manchester United first spotted him back in 2019 when he debuted for NK Domžale at 16. They kept tabs as he tore apart the Austrian Bundesliga, with Red Bull Salzburg scoring 16 goals in 30 matches in 2022/23 before his move to RB Leipzig. Now in 2025, Šeško has evolved into a sledgehammer of a striker, combining blistering speed, ruthless finishing, and the kind of relentlessness that defenders dread. At 6 feet 5 inches, with the agility of a winger and the power of a heavyweight, he's already drawing comparisons to Erling Haaland. He's not there yet, but the raw materials are undeniable.
I was playing in the youth back then. It was really interesting to look at him because, as I said, he has the same height, and in general, some kind of movements are the same, and at this point you think, I want to be like him, of course,
Left foot, right foot, towering headers, long-range rockets. Šeško will shoot from anywhere, and often.
From Ervik, shoot, he says! Still Šeško goes!
They make it really hard for anybody old.
3!
That fearlessness is exactly what United have lacked. The question is whether he can handle the pressure that comes with being the main man at Old Trafford. And then there's Bryan Mbeumo, the silent executioner.
Mbeumo from Brentford. Now what a season he's had. 27 goal involvements in 38 games. Not only has he been ever present, he's been out there, he gets out on the pitch, he's always there consistently. The guy's impacting games, big moments. He bangs left foot, right foot, comes in from the right, plays on the left, plays up front.
Built for chaos on the break, Mbeumo thrives in sweeping counter-attacks, pushing the ball past defenders before carving out space for a shot or threading a killer pass. Yes, he can score spectacular goals, but his true power lies in the consistency of his cutting-in finish from the wing. Last season, he played all 38 Premier League matches for Brentford, scoring 20 goals and assisting 8 more, outrageous numbers for a side outside the Big Six. United are getting a versatile, left-footed forward who's equally confident on his right. His mix of bursts, pauses and delicate touches dismantles defenders, and his awareness in the half spaces makes him tailor-made for Amorim's right no-10 role. He's also brutally efficient, just 2.2 shots per 90, but a 24% conversion rate, and a league best plus 7.7 XG over performance. He doesn't just take chances, he bends the game to create them, and the bench is just as intriguing. Rasmus Højlund still has the pace and physicality for the role, but last season's crisis of confidence saw his numbers collapse, just 1.4 shots per 90 and touches in the box among the lowest in the league. At 17, Chido Obi is a raw but electrifying prospect, still adjusting to the brutality of senior football. Then there's Joshua Zirkzee, the wild card. His tendency to drop deep, hold the ball up and bring others into play could be a tactical weapon. In Amorim's system, he wouldn't need to be a 15-goal striker, just a creator of chaos, a pivot that allows Cunha and Mbeumo to run riot in the final third. United's new front line is more than just talent. It's balance, chemistry, and the promise of a completely different kind of danger. Amorim's 3 new signings mean Bruno Fernandes will almost certainly spend 2025 to 26 operating from central midfield.
Staying our most potent goal scorer, our biggest goal threat, our biggest provider, our biggest chance maker.
The captain's improvements last season in deeper roles made him more viable in that position, but Amorim still faces a major question. Who partners him? Casemiro remains the most experienced option, but at 33 he no longer covers ground with the same ferocity. Manuel Ugarte has the legs but lacks the progressive passing and ball carrying Amorim craves. The coach may rotate Fernandes' partner depending on the opposition. Against deep-lying teams, Casemiro or Kobbie Mainoo might be trusted for their control and composure. Against high-pressing, aggressive opponents, Ugarte or Toby Collier might be preferred for their energy and defensive coverage. But Amorim has been clear, United need pace and power in midfield. That's why the club is pushing for Brighton's Carlos Baleba. At 21, Baleba is an all-action, left-footed midfielder who covers ground effortlessly and thrives on the physical battle.
Baleba wants it back, and here he is, Baleba. Williams with him, and Baleba has twisted and turned so that Williams has fallen over.
He ranks in the top quartile of Premier League midfielders for tackling, dribbling and aerial duels. Defensively, he's elite. Front foot defending at 88 out of 99, tackle success at 88 out of 99. Stylistically, he's a hybrid between Moises Caicedo's relentless ball winning and Yves Bissouma's elegance on the ball, making him one of the rarest profiles in the market. Baleba's press resistance is exceptional for his age. Under pressure, he can turn, drive forward and transition United from deep build-up to the middle third in seconds.
Yeah. That's what we don't have.
Yeah,
that's what we lose. No, you've nailed that.
They know how to press high. That's part of the game now, yeah? It's the ones behind enabling them to go and not look back, because the moment you look back as a midfielder or a forward, the moment's gone, they're out. If they're going confidently and they're knowing the boys behind because they're orchestrating it and telling them, you go, because I'm in here behind you, they're not going to get out, gives you a chance. Baleba, his biggest thing for me is being able to transfer the ball from the back line in our back area through to the 8s and the 10s. Yeah. Either driving with it or turning and getting it and playing.
Yeah, that's what we don't have.
Yeah, that's what we're
no, you've nailed that. When I look at our midfield, I do see it pressing high. And then I wonder why we're getting absolutely walloped on the transition. And you're right, yeah, you be the 6 in there. And that's where that extra player comes from, and just takes it back to that understanding of like a 4-3-3. You go in there, you do that, you stop that middle run.
Just stop the transition.
Oh, now I'm excited. I'm excited now.
I mean, now we're fixed. No, don't do that.
His ability to both win possession and progress it makes him the perfect foil for Fernandes, allowing the captain to focus on creation while knowing the midfield is protected. On the right wing-back slot, Amorim envisions Amad Diallo. The Everton match showed the chemistry brewing between Diallo and Mbeumo. A natural left footer playing on the right, Diallo attacks with short, sharp touches reminiscent of Eden Hazard.
Gordon may not get there. Jello did, and how? Amad Jello with the sweetest of strikes.
His diagonal runs inside open shooting lanes or create space for cutbacks, perfectly complementing Šeško and Cunha's movement. His aggressive changes of direction and acceleration destabilise defences, while his whipped low crosses towards the far post are tailor-made for United's new forwards. Diallo's mindset is direct. First touch, forward intent. His link-up play with nearby midfielders is fluid, often involving secondary or tertiary runs. With Fernandes and Baleba inside, United can build overloads that stretch and dismantle even the most disciplined defences. On the opposite flank, Diogo Dalot and Matheus Cunha mirror Diallo and Mbeumo, but with a twist. Cunha's dribbling and spatial awareness allow him to roam more, dragging defenders out and creating unpredictable attacking patterns. This asymmetry between flanks gives Amorim's 3-4-3 an extra layer of deception, making it far harder for opponents to set defensive traps. Amorim's back three will be crucial in laying the platform for Cunha and Mbeumo's attacking work. United have a wide pool of centre-backs who can contribute to this style. In Amorim's system, the attacking runs of a wing-back are best protected by the athleticism of the wide centre-back behind them. Leny Yoro's recovery speed makes him United's best defender when covering large spaces, so in theory, he's the ideal choice as the right-sided centre-back. But towards the end of last season, the Frenchman also showed glimpses of offensive quality playing on the left, something Amorim might want to explore this season to better support Cunha and others. If Yoro plays on the left, Amorim could turn to Noussair Mazraoui on the right, given his experience and comfort defending wide areas. Last season he developed a strong understanding with Amad Diallo on that flank, a link-up that could be refined, with Mazraoui overlapping from right centre-back while Amad and Mbeumo attack the half spaces. Matthijs de Ligt is also a robust alternative on the right, bringing a no-nonsense defensive presence if Amorim wants extra solidity. We don't want any more of this.
A 10 and an oh, given away by Onana and straight to Salt, who centres it.
Or this.
Good save from Onana.
Or this. Onana is a huge problem for Manchester United. He is not a goalkeeper who should be there, and now the club has the opportunity to bring in someone of Gianluigi Donnarumma's calibre. Donnarumma is a physically imposing goalkeeper who commands his box and represents a massive obstacle between the posts. He exudes confidence, perhaps a product of breaking through at the highest level at such a young age, and is always ready to step off his line to keep danger away from goal. He plays forward and often starts high, ready to claim the ball. When he decides to come out, he's decisive and usually gets the job done, whether it's catching cleanly or punching clear under pressure. His sheer size and strength allow him to brush opponents aside before reaching for the ball. Let's not forget, he's a European champion and the leading candidate to win the Lev Yashin trophy at the Ballon d'Or Gala. The transformation under Amorim isn't just about his tactical genius. It's about building a serious system for Manchester United again. Last season, Amorim described managing United as fighting with handcuffs on. Now he's energised, fueled by everything he's learned about the squad and the club. One key difference, the staff. With a brand new medical and nutrition team, he's rebuilt the backbone of player care. He's expanded the captaincy group, making more players directly responsible for solving small problems and delivering big results. He's created a new code of conduct, enforcing strict punctuality, accountability to the fans, and an uncompromising level of professionalism. Add this to everything we've covered in this video: the new signings, the tactical evolution, the squad discipline, and you start to understand why United fans dare to believe again. The reality is, today's Premier League is brutal.
If we finish in the top 8, from 15th, we've done well.
That's mad.
United must fight for the top, knowing the days of effortless domination are over. But this new chapter, this is about reclaiming glory, with the best possible manager to lead Manchester United back to where they belong.